Man, I have been to a lot of concerts this year, more than I usually go to, and just want to get everybody's opinion on concert etiquette. Because, for an example, I went to Cincinnati Jazz Fest, and one of my favorite groups, the Earth, Wind, and Fire, are were performing it, and I loved them every song. So I'm one of those people that when I go to the concert, I'm not a wildflower. I don't just sit there. I'm standing up. I'm clapping to every song, even if it's a slow song with a groove or whatever. I'm up, and everything like that. So my question to you all is, um, have you all experienced bad concert etiquette, or is there such thing as concert etiquette? Like that person paid for they seat too. They can stand up if you're behind them, vice versa. What say ye?
I mean, I'm a firm believer in if I pay for the ticket, um, I must enjoy who I'm about to go see. So if it's a song I want to stand up to and rock out to, I mean, I'm gonna stand up. Like if I'm in your way, you got to stand up. And if I'm too tall, you should have got your seats before I got my seats. But I mean, because I feel like if somebody stand up, like there's been times where it might be a song where I don't really like vibe to, but somebody in front of me stands up to where I can't see. So I mean, I just stand up. Like if I want to see, if I don't want to see, I just stay seated.
Right, right.
I
Greg, I
feel
know you
like
go to a lot of concerts. Oh, or Chris, go ahead.
yeah, I feel like I agree with that. Like it is almost like whatever the person in front of you does, kind of it does alter what you're gonna do. So yeah, if it's a concert I'm vibing to, and the person in front of me stands up, like I gotta stand up if I want to see the actual artist perform. I mean, and I also think it depends on the venue too. Like, is the venue a stadium style seating venue versus ballroom setting? And is it like a concert type of venue where I think a lot of factors into it, but at the end of the day, like I think it just dictates whoever's in front of you, and then you gotta. I think the most courteous thing is check in with your neighbors, like yeah, check in with the person behind you. So I don't know.
Yeah,
What,
like
like asking if
I
they
am
okay? Like,
yeah. Well, to go back, I am conscious of like if I'm taller than somebody and I see them standing up, I do like make sure I'm not standing directly in front of them. So I kind of like lean to the
Yeah,
side so they can see in between the gap. Like,
mm-hmm.
but
okay.
I'm kind of with Chris. Yeah, I think it's if somebody in front of me standing up, then I'm gonna probably stand up too. But if we're all seated, I probably would just stay seated myself. I probably won't be the one that stand up. Uh, I don't know about asking the person behind me. Is it all right if I stand up? You just want to stand up too,
I was gonna be
because if
like,
you're not all right with it, then
I just
I'm
think one of
not all
these.
right with it. Yeah, no, because if the person in front of you is standing up and I can't see, I'm standing up anyway, regardless of the person behind me is all right with it because I can't see. So now you have to figure something else
chain
out. The person
reaction.
behind me, right? The
Yeah,
same reaction. Now
yeah.
you want to stand up, so this is what it is.
Nah, for me, it's a problem only if you are in front of me and you're not vibing out to the concert. Like, we're all here to enjoy the
Super
concert. And so,
standoffish.
like, yeah, if you just standing here,
Security
like,
guard.
stiff arm, like, you
Security.
don't know the songs, this ain't your jam, like, you just standing here, like, I'm gonna be mad, especially if you're in front of me, because you could have sat
You, ta-
down.
you tapping their
Like,
shoulder?
nah, cause I mean you paid your ticket to be here, just like I paid my ticket to be here. So you know do what you need to, but like sit your ass down. Like if this ain't your jam and you don't want to be here, and like somebody is behind you, this is a section of the concert where like it does not require you to be standing. Like the slow section, sit your ass down. Like everybody should just have a sit down. Like especially if there are seats. I don't know why you standing. Like it's a slow ass song. Why are you still standing? Sit down. Like
Yeah.
it's cool. Do that if you want to, but sit your ass down. I don't like that.
True that. Okay, I would have to say, like on some slow songs or whatever like that. If it's one of those ones, where it's kind of a dead spot and everybody done sat down around you. Yeah, don't be that one unless it's your absolute jam, but still be respectful. with it too. All right, how are y'all with people shouting out or responding to the artist? Like, because we went to a Babyface concert and this lady, I just chalked it up to the fact that she was just having a good time. But she was in the row behind us and she was like, everything Babyface said, it was almost like he said it personally to her and she had to respond back. And he was like, I'm going to take my time with this. Take your time, Babyface. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it was like, even when nobody else was talking, how y'all feel about stuff?
Man, you at a concert.
It don't bother me.
It don't bother me.
It don't bother me.
Like,
I mean, because if I'm in a concert, I know it's what the crowd gonna be like, right? What's the vibe gonna be? I can't tell you to shut up. I mean, you bought your ticket.
So
But
what
it
if they doing
sucks
it
when
like
you're trying to record
like,
it.
Oh shoot! Oh god!
and they right
It
behind
sucks when
you.
you're trying to record. Yeah, and they just scream it in your video. Like it ruins the rewatchability of your videos. I don't like
Well,
it for
we
that
had the
reason.
people too. We had the people too that was doing a video, but had the kind of phone, I guess, where it was dark in there, so their light was on. So we sitting here. It's dark, but it's a big bright light behind us. You could tell from like our peripheral that they got, they recording because it's almost like the police got a spotlight on you. Like, can you turn that light off? Like, man.
Yeah.
And it's like,
That's
why
when
you got the
get
light
up. That's
on?
when
That
you-
light
that's
ain't
when you
making
stand-
no
that's
difference.
when you stand up and get in front of them.
Right. Do your silhouette in front of them.
Yeah, because like I said, we went to. We went to Raheem Devine concert on Thursday, and like it got to the point to where he like unbuttoned his shirt. So this lady, kind of like Gary said, she kind of yelling when he say stuff, because he's singing. He be like, "Yeah, this song gonna be for you, baby." She's like, "Yeah, that's for me." And then eventually got to the point where she like got up and went to the front and stood where the people that paid their money to be in the front was at, and she like touching on his chest. And you see he's singing, he like grab her hand and he like take it off of him while he's singing. So I think I think that's the only etiquette that I feel like should probably be somewhat regulated. Like, and I know like he did have like his little security would come over, like if it got too crazy, it like kind of say something or whatever. But I feel like as far as concert etiquette, that might be like the part where I would see it crossing the line.
Mm-hmm. Or that one person
venue.
that one person that's kind of like, and I'll just use Earth, Wind & Fire for that example. And they want to hear a certain song, but they keep saying it during the other parts, like, do devotion. Come on, goddamn, we came here to sing devotion. You know what I mean? Like talking like that, like nonstop. Put it that way.
That's not cute. I would definitely give her a dirty look. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, really, like, I mean, honestly, there's like hundreds of people here. We all want to hear the music. And like, girl, you yelling out here what song you want to, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut your mouth.
Right.
Why are you yelling? Like
right,
don't
they already
do
got
that.
a set list. It ain't
I
like
don't
it's
like
gonna be
that.
like, they ain't like they
Right.
gonna break up their
You
list
know
of
what?
just play
I
what you
hadn't
say.
thought about that. Let me do that song just for you. You know what? I'm glad you said that. I'm going to stop my concert and do this song for you. That's
Right.
weird.
So to kind of bring it to a head, then, is there a such thing as concert etiquette, or is it like a loose term? Because you pay for this ticket.
I mean, there's certain concert etiquette. I think at the end of the day, you're supposed to just match the vibe, right? Like,
Yeah.
don't bring a Lil Jon and East Side Boy energy to an Adele concert. Like, that doesn't make sense.
Right.
But what if that
Just
person
match
didn't
the
want to
energy.
be there? What if the person didn't want to be there?
This
He
is
was-
it.
Who's the
Raw.
person and why? Who's the person? And why didn't they want to be there? Why are you at a concert you didn't want to be at?
He
Right.
brought his girlfriend. He brought his girlfriend his wife to the concert.
To
He
the
didn't want to be
concert.
there.
Well, I imagine he would just be
So he-
sitting if he
see-
didn't care.
Right, but I'm talking about what Greg said. If he got his arms folded, like he didn't want to be there. But his,
You can have your arms folded. Just sit down. Like, don't
Just
stand
sit down.
up
Yeah.
to watch
don't
a show
stand up
you don't
with your
care
arms
about.
folded.
You know what I mean? Because there's somebody behind you that actually cares about the show, and you standing up with your arms folded, mad that you here. You can sit down, especially if there's a seat. Sit down. It's fine.
Yep.
Go to the bar, get you a drink, sit down, and chill out.
Yep.
Well, there is concert etiquette, or maybe there's not concert etiquette, but there is podcast etiquette, and that is starting, which we were about to do. Yeah? No. All right.
Yeah.
That flat.
Plus they started.
I couldn't.
Right
It was no way
now.
to. Another way to do it.
You got there. You got there.
Yep. Yep.
Welcome to the Brothers and Friends podcast show.
Woo!
We got there.
Podcast.
We did it. We did it.
We here.
We can start.
What up, Gary?
What's up? What's up? I'm ready.
Greg, how you feeling today?
I feel good. Thanks for asking. I'm feeling all the feels.
All right. What's up, Fred?
What's up? What's up? Freddie T in the place to be.
Yes. Chris, the other friend, how are you feeling today?
What's up, brothers and friends? Happy to be here. Glad to see everyone and glad to be seen.
Yes, it is glad to be seen and glad to be heard. And Chris, you have a topic you want to talk about today?
That's how we doing this today, y'all.
I see what you did there. Shots at Gary there. Not even mad about that. Yeah, I wanted to talk about the top Netflix show of the week, or last 2 weeks, Sean Combs' The Reckoning. So I know we touched on it last week, and everybody didn't get a chance to watch all 4, but now that we have reconvened, we have spent some time watching the episodes. I wanted to first get everyone's reaction. So I'm going to start with our podcast Diddy Documentary expert, Greg, because I think last week you mentioned you've seen all of the docs. So I want to get your reaction on this newest one. And so, yeah, go ahead.
You a
So,
Diddy expert.
yes. So I have I just actually finished. I almost missed recording this episode because I was rewatching this Diddy doc again. I actually have enjoyed this doc quite a bit. There's a lot of nuggets about Diddy that I found really interesting. Growing up watching Making of the Band and watching the band, Danity Kane and Day 26, and like watching like that era. Like I was really locked in during that era, but I was also kind of around for the Biggie era and all of that. So like watching all of the whole story, like I think it really encapsulated like Diddy's downfall, all the hiccups, and you can kind of, if you see the full picture, you can kind of see where this path was going. And I think I really appreciate that the most about this doc.
Awesome. I'm going to go to Josh next. I think, either it was at the music episode, you claimed and you chimed in that you are or were a Diddy fan. So how'd you feel about this documentary?
Yeah, that was last week. I said that. Well, I mean, once I saw the video of him hitting Cassie, I already, thought he was a horrible person at that point. But, this is documentary. I don't know. It piles on, this how bad it is for him and what's going on with him. I think the thing that got me, that got to me, or the one I thought was craziest, was him almost being involved with Biggie's murder. Like not, directly, but indirectly, inviting him out to the enemy's territory. Knowing it was going to be some stuff going on. Yeah, I just thought that was kind of crazy.
Awesome. Okay. And then I know, Fred, I think you just finished watching it. Any thoughts on the most recent person that finished the doc?
Yes, so it kind of put a bad light. Like I said, I wasn't never a big Diddy fan in general, but like based off of like some of the like stuff that people were saying, like it put him up there with like R. Kelly with me. Like I don't really want to mess with him. Like like even going back to what Josh said, like the whole like indirectly having something to do with Biggie, and directly allegedly directly having something to do with Pac. It's like that kind of like when I seen those two pieces, kind of like my heart sunk. I'm like, man, you took away some of our legends, like, and they because of you, like we're missing out on like some legends. You know what I mean? Based per God's plan, like it wasn't supposed to be regardless, but like it just hurt to know that he took that away. Everything else was just kind of piling on after that. Like I kind of just was like just icing on top of the cake after like I said, I heard those two things. So yeah, he's not enough. Like I don't have any remorse for him. Like I can care less about whatever happened to him.
All right, and then Gary, I think last week you mentioned that you weren't interested in watching a documentary, but because we were doing a pod on it, it was required homework. What were your thoughts on it?
Yeah, for me, that's how I kind of entered into it, where it was like, when I heard that the documentary was coming out and who was helping produce it, 50 Cent and all that kind of stuff, and knowing their history and stuff like that, I just kind of was like, I kind of felt like it was a pile on from the jump. That's how it just kind of came off to me, like, okay, this was after, he already in jail now, everything like that. Just like everybody else, I was not a Diddy fan to begin with. But just like Greg, I grew up watching the Making the Band. At least 2 or 3 out of the 4, I think that it was. I didn't watch the first Making the Band, but I did want, the rap one in the Danity Kane and Day 26. So to see like that portion of it was kind of interesting. If I could say I had any takeaways, it was the documentary style of, oh, this is what happened kind of behind the scenes. This is how that came about type of deal. The actual documentary itself to me just kind of came across as, oh, here's Diddy the monster, and let us show you more reasons why Diddy is a monster. Which to me, it was like, okay, his whole persona to me, and that's why I always keep saying to me, has always come across that. He's always been, just like his label said, a bad boy or a kingpin, or that's always kind of been his role as like the villain, the alter ego and all of that kind of stuff. The arrogant one, all of that. So everything that everybody said on that video was kind of like not hard for me to believe, or, but I can say, and this might be controversial, that, I kind of felt the kind of way, because I was like, okay, wait a minute, now Diddy shot Tupac, and wait a minute, what? Okay, he killed Biggie too? Okay, well, okay, and then, he was responsible for, I don't know, it was just certain things, like the way that the documentary kind of swayed certain things, where there's actual events, and then there's like there was one time the video showed him that he was visiting Harlem or whatever, and then got back in the car and said, "Ooh, I need some hand sanitizer. I've been amongst the people, what I mean? Woo, because you know how it is around here, right?" Well, we all know we've been through COVID and this, that, and the other. Michael Jackson walked around with a mask on because for fear of germs and stuff like that too. I do that too
Hold on.
when I go to Target.
But hold on. Let me pause you there, because he said he needed to take a boiling bath just because he was shaking people's hands.
Yeah, it wasn't just a little Purell.
So my thing is, in the way it's presented to you, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It could make you seem like, oh, it was the people, and he felt like the people were dirty, or he just one of the people. Like, I've known a lot of rich people or whatever that feel like that. Like, you go to a certain neighborhood or go to a certain place or a certain store or whatever, or you out in public. You see what I'm saying? And you be like, you know what? Ooh, I kind of feel dirty. I've heard people say that
sex
on a
parties.
basic
He has sex parties. He's in way dirtier places. Yes.
Well, I'm not. So like Josh does, I don't want to argue the semantics of feeling dirty. It was like to me, it was a blow up of a comment, basically. Because I have said that comment before, like, man, I need to do, you know what I mean? So I think I looked at it in that light versus, oh man, he's amongst commoners, and so he needs hand sanitizer because of people.
I
No,
mean, but the,
if you shake hands,
but the
like
thing
Barack
about it,
Obama has done that because go ahead.
but the thing about it is that even with that scene, the documentary doesn't tell you what to think about that or what to feel about that. It literally just shows you what he said after meeting those people, and you can feel however you want to about it. So like to me, it was just like, oh, okay, cool. That's how you talk about people when like you are in private or when you're away from people. Like you're one way in front of the camera, like in front of people, the public, and you're a different way, which is most people.
Right. So for me, I saw that a different way. I saw it was a setup because the guy before that made a whole statement about, well, Diddy ain't for his people on a normal basis, but you know what I mean. And he gave his own testimony, but when he needed him, he's around, and all of a sudden now he's back in Harlem. Then cut to the
Mm.
shot where he's like, "Oh, I need hand sanitizer because I just was around the people." That's a good edit for me. Like, all right, you just you know what I mean. You played that right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's
They,
kind of like
yeah,
how I kind of
they
took
put the puzzle pieces together right.
it. Yeah, like you set the
Mm-hmm.
narrative versus it was one splice video that made me go, "Ooh, he really didn't like." You know what I mean?
Well,
And
that's
I'm
a
not.
documentary. Like a
Don't get me wrong
documentary
though. Too.
usually has like a
Don't get me
pointed
wrong though.
narrative.
Too. I'm not a Diddy fan, so I don't. I think the dude is is a monster anyway. I think he's deserving everything he get. It's just I'm like Fred. I think it's a little bit of a pile at this point.
So
Let me get my take real quick. So like I haven't watched any of the other documentaries, but this one makes me want to watch the other ones, and I'll check in with Greg offline to to see which one I should watch. But I felt like this one, I wanted to watch this one because 50 Cent produced it, and I knew he was gonna be petty. And the key petty thing he did was always putting that black screen with all his charges and what he was charged with and how much time he was serving. He put that at the beginning and end of every episode, and I thought that was the pettiest thing, man. Oh man, but like, so having 50 behind it also like made me think that he was gonna get access to other artists, and having Aubrey on there and Mark Curry. But I was surprised like he wasn't able to pull any other big name artists like that Diddy's worked with, like a Little Kim or a Mary J or someone else.
I wasn't too surprised he wasn't able to get like bigger names just because like a lot of the names or a lot I mean everybody who appeared in this doc like their careers are
Yeah.
essentially in their twilight
Right.
time so
Right.
like no one's really trying to maintain a certain relevance but I don't know like there were people in this documentary that weren't in the other ones which I felt made this one more valid. You had his assistant,
Capricorn.
yeah, you had her.
Yeah.
She wasn't in any of the other ones. And then you had was it Eric?
Eric
Eric
Sermon.
B. Or
Yeah,
Eric,
yeah,
yeah,
Eric
Sermon.
Sermon.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in it. I felt like that brought some validity to it. I don't know, like Al B. Shore was in another one of these, but like I appreciated that he was in this one too, because even in the other one that he was in, I felt like his perspective in another documentary, it was more like he was definitely butthurt that Diddy like took his girl from him, and he like made it known like he really had deep feelings about Kim, and he felt the way. Whereas this one was a little more tame. He just kind of like told the story straight and gave his input. So like I feel like although like this documentary was petty, I could feel 50 Cent all over it in his pettiness. Like I felt like he got a little bit more detail than any of the other docs were able to get, which I mean, I learned, like I said, I learned some stuff off of this doc that I hadn't learned from any of the other ones. So like there's still a lot of mess and a lot of drama behind it. So I thought it was good.
When you Oh no, I was just going to comment to Greg's thing. When you say learned, did you mean like you got more saucy details from like the drama, or did you learn something about Diddy that you didn't know before? Because I think that's what I was struggling.
I learned new information about Diddy that I didn't know before.
Okay, yeah.
What
Because for me, I thought it was more just like the spicy details. Like I looked at it like the way Chris just said. Even knowing that 50% was on it, I was like, yeah, it's about to be petty. So some of the stories kind of felt petty to me. Like okay, oh, this is a gotcha moment. Diddy did do some of these things. You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, okay. Let me now. Now I'm telling on you. Now I'm telling all your business. I got you. I got your secret tapes, and maybe because I know how he got the tapes too. That was broadcast too. Like even Eric Sermon was on the Breakfast Club, and he said, "Well, because Charlamagne had asked him like, why'd you tell one of these stories?" He was like, "I looked at you like Eric Sermon. Why are you on one of these? You was close to Diddy like that." And he said, "Well, when you're doing the documentaries, you're telling a lot of stories. They just asking you stuff, and you're telling a lot of stories. That's just the one that they chose. You get what I'm saying? Because even in a documentary, they're still trying to put together a narrative or a story going. Just depends on whose perspective that's coming.
I do like. Well, I do want to say I do appreciate the last episode too. I totally forgot about it. How they talked about the case and the jury itself, the whole. Because they talked to the jurors was
Yeah.
also on the documentary. Two of them were, and they talked about things that social media and people were putting out there that wasn't really true. And I guess they said that Diddy had his own social media team out there trying to tell their own narrative of the story too.
Yeah.
So, which I think is wild. But I also do want to also let's go to what Gary said. I don't act like this is a pile on though either, because we also got to remember that these were victims too, and they should deserve to hear their story. So I do agree that even though it may be a pile on, that they do deserve to tell their story, and if it's in this setting, then it should be in this setting.
But was it that? Or at least for me, and maybe I took it, and maybe that could have been my miss angle in it. I didn't think it was a victim story. I just think it was more like, okay, oh, this is the perfect time to tell these stories. You know what I mean? Like, oh, let's kick the Diddy, let's get the monster while he's down. Now, mind you, there's a catch-22 to this that I'm saying he deserves everything that he's getting. So I can't, even though I'm like, really, okay, 50, whatever. Like I said, I wouldn't have if it wasn't for this podcast saying, we're gonna talk about it, and I needed to do the research. I wouldn't have needed to watch the video to believe anything, or to, you know what I mean? To I don't know. Like Diddy wouldn't have come up in my radar. I think all of the publicity leading up to the trial and the baby oil and everything else, we watched it on CNN all the time, all the way up till, you know what I mean? So I think that was enough for me. His career plus that was enough for me. I didn't need to see this documentary to come to a conclusion that he was a monster and that there was things going on behind. I could have told you he probably took somebody's girl. You know what I mean? That he was jealous, that he was this. He just seemed like that type of dude. That's just me.
Yeah. But I think so one of the main stories that got me was the Crip. I can't remember what his name was. But he was telling the story how everything lined up to how like what Diddy was telling them, it all lined up to what Suge Knight and Tupac was doing that night. And now they got the Crip, the guy who was a part of the case, is like actually on trial for the murder of Tupac now. So that part kind of got me. But so like I said, to me, like it's like I said, I didn't follow Diddy that much. I didn't care for Diddy that much. So like most of the information to me was new. It wasn't like I didn't look at him and think he was a monster because I never looked at him like that in general. So like I said, all the information for me was new. But to take what you said, Gary, so like none of the information that you like learned from watching the documentary would it make you change your mind to be like, okay, like I'm cool watching it, compared to when you said that you had no plans or no thoughts of even trying to watch it. So did anything you see make you kind of alter it a little bit, or are you still like, nah, I still didn't need to watch it at all?
I really don't feel any different than what I did beforehand. I'm more just like, yeah, he's an asshole. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I would say, like what Greg said about the Making the Band stuff, because I was a fan of the Making the Band series or whatever. it was cool to see some, just like watching any other documentary. Like if this was the rise and fall of Diddy, maybe, or something like that, and I'm just watching the story versus like, it just felt like the timing, the release, and maybe the fact that 50 Cent is on it is tainting me because I'm coming through it like, you know what I mean, like it was petty, like it's a petty thing. Like, okay, so why now? You know what I mean? And I don't mean if this sounds like victim shaming or whatever, but I'm like, okay, so some of these people that's around some of this stuff, and I'm not talking about victims, but I'm talking about the stuff, people that's around it, and they're so openly ready to tell now. Like, I don't know, and maybe this call can help me out with this. Why didn't you say something then, or why now when it's safe to say it? Like, I don't think that's brave to me.
I think they kind of addressed that Diddy was so powerful. He was a gatekeeper in the industry that people were afraid to speak out. And so when you had Cassie, a headliner, finally break the dam, that's when all these other cases and people are felt comfortable and opening up about it. But they needed that one person to break the line and open the floodgates, basically.
Yeah,
I mean, I just
go ahead.
Well, part of the documentary, I just seen Diddy done set somebody else to get killed. Like, I ain't about to say anything. Like, well,
Right,
you
right.
kill
Like,
me. Like, I'm
killing
like,
people left and right.
nah, he killing people. I'm not. Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Like, but he can't do it now, so. And I got 50 Cent to back me up.
Yeah, and I guess that's what the thing was too.
I think that's what you had, Gary, more so like 50 Cent. I think you more so the 50 Cent angle. Like 50 Cent like is pulling this out of people. Like, why you doing this now?
Yeah, because
but see, the thing is that, but the 50 Cent involvement, he's only the executive producer. He didn't direct this documentary. He wasn't like running this documentary. He's literally just the executive producer. So we don't really know like his involvement. But like the EP is not like choosing the direction of the doc. Like they may like oversee what decisions are made about the documentary, but like 50 Cent is not going out here and interviewing people for this documentary. Like that didn't happen. So
no,
like 50 Cent's involvement, I think is a portion petty, but honestly, like I think it's really just to get eyes on the documentary, like to involve him as an EP
right there
is just to get eyes to it.
But Greg, that's what I mean. Like I think that's the petty part, and I'm not saying you're wrong or nothing like that for me, because now I don't want to sound like I'm defending Diddy, but I'm like this. I think that's the part of it, because to Chris's point, Chris was like, yeah, one of the petty parts to him was the fact that that screen would go black and then the charges would be red. But then as soon as the credit pops, it was like the credits and then in bold letters, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, every rep. Like, so to me, it was like, yeah, like, and then he's on Good Morning America doing it. He's the one on Good Morning America, putting eyes on it, doing the interviews with the people like, hey, this is coming out. Why now, Curtis? Well, I think this just needs to be a story to be told. Like I've been trying to tell y'all for a long time now that Diddy is dead. You know what I mean? And so it was just like, oh, okay. I just thought it was a rival just saying it.
Yeah, I think it's weird to ask the question, like, wwhy now?
I was going to say that.
I mean, what other time would there be to do a documentary about him beating up Cassie other than right now? Like, there was no good time to do that 10 years ago.
Maybe before the trial. Because it's like, okay, we've been inundated with Diddy for a long time now, leading up to him getting convicted and everything now, and he's in jail. And I guess this is and that's why I said I could be wrong. Like I said, I'm leaving that open. But the narrative from just watching the media is, okay, Diddy is a big freak in freak-offs and sodomizing men, and it went from sodomizing men to sodomizing rappers, and I forget what the other rapper's name they said he was in. He made him get in the pool and all that kind of stuff. All that stuff leading up to now, it was just, they had just had freaky sections with him and these escorts and stuff like that. To now, after watching these documentaries and not watching none of the other ones, he was a cold gangster. Like, this was like Frank Lucas. You know what I mean? Like Diddy was running the country. Like you couldn't move on the east side without Diddy. And, you know what I mean? I'm just like, okay, all right, but we don't have this. Yeah, and I don't want to take it there because I'm like that'll go a whole down the whole rabbit hole. We don't have that same energy for Hugh Hefner or anything. You know what I mean? Like, okay,
Hugh Hefner.
yeah, Hugh
Yeah,
Hefner,
Hugh Hefner.
who was
Hugh
part
Hefner
of
wasn't
the
having sex
Playboy
with
Mansion
the-
and everything
He
else.
wasn't
Freak
having
off,
sex with the
freak
woman,
off
was he?
king.
Yes,
Well, yeah, he
that's
wasn't
what I'm
having sex
like.
with
What you mean he wasn't having sex? Have you?
her? I ain't
Okay, have you ever heard of
I
Playboy?
ain't think of-
You
I
don't
know
think
what
that
Playboy
Playboy
is.
Mansion they wasn't having sex?
I didn't know what they were doing. I thought they were just modeling.
But you get what I'm
I
saying?
didn't
It's
think,
like a
I
light.
didn't think everything. I have an innocent mind. I don't think everything is innocent here. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
But honestly, I
to
think
me,
this is
it's
why these documentaries are like so important, and I feel like why they should be watched, and they are important just because a lot of times the people like to sum up this Diddy situation as like, oh, he was just having freaky sex. It was so much more than that. There was 4 episodes that kind of like explained how this was more than just a guy who's into freaky sex, and obviously all of it is not proven to be true, but like I think the timing of this documentary makes more sense than any of the other ones that came out before, because the ones that came out before were before the trial had even been completed. So now you know like what he's been convicted for and what the jury found him guilty of. And so you can already kind of apply that to the documentary and support what has already been determined to be guilt or innocence. So like to me it felt like better timing to do it now versus before, like while he's trying to fight a case. Like you don't like, I mean, if you want to give Diddy a fair trial, like putting out a pointed documentary while he's trying to fight a case isn't necessarily fair. Like I think it's more fair to do it after the trial is over and
I agree with that.
he's done everything he could to get out of whatever situation he's in. So
well, that's why I said I think that he deserves what he's getting now. I'm kind of on two sides here, where I'm like, 50 Cent is his opposition, so I can't blame 50 Cent for not. You know what I mean? He's like, oh shoot, this is the perfect opportunity to get on it. He wounded. He ain't got nowhere else to go. So my thing is like, go ahead.
So would it matter if it was produced by someone that was in like Diddy's camp, that was like a pro Diddy person? I don't know, like someone that was on his side. Would that have made a difference for you?
You know what? For me, nah, Mace is petty too. So, but but for me, you know what? Yeah. Yeah. I think it is 50 Cent for me that made it. Like, it was the way it was announced and the way I heard in particular that the video, the behind the scenes footage that he got was obtained. That Diddy was, because some people ask, why did Diddy have all this footage? Like of him even talking about cases, calling witnesses, all this other kind of stuff. Because Diddy was trying to do his own thing. And per even the documentary, he was trying to set his own narrative and whatever else like that. So what happened is the guy that he hired to film it got sold it to somebody else without Diddy's knowledge or whatever and things like that. So Diddy didn't even know, without his knowledge or whatever else, he would have blocked this from. I'm assuming that he probably would have blocked this from coming out. Like, no, I own this. No. But that dude sold it to somebody else because I guess either he didn't get paid or something like that, and that person is the person that sold it to 50 Cent or whatever. And so like, so it was like a gold brick that laid in his hand, that fell in his hand. He was like, uh-oh, here we go, pipe bomb.
I feel like that proves even the point. Like the whole, like there was tons of instances of Diddy not paying people. And so like,
he don't pay people.
he don't pay people. So like for Diddy or for 50, obtaining this documentary or that footage was like,
that's what you get.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I really could take from it, is that what you get. Like, but the question was asked, did it change anything for me? No, I thought Diddy was this beforehand. I didn't need to know that he killed Tupac and Biggie.
I don't think
that would have been on the hip hop documentary that I would watch just to watch it type thing.
I don't think this documentary was supposed to like set your mind to change your mind about how you felt about Diddy. I don't think it was supposed to give you was added details and examples of
Mm-hmm.
the type of person he is and what he has done before. I like, if you already hated him, I don't think it's supposed to, or if you liked him, it wasn't supposed to be like, let's say, make you hate him. Or if you hate him, you weren't supposed to make you. I don't think it's supposed to make you change the way you felt about him. Just give you other examples. I just think there's a lot of documentaries that's out there that ain't supposed to. Because there's a lot of like Hurricane Katrina's that I'm like, why there's so many, like, I've already feel sad about it. But there's so many documentaries out there. I don't think it's gonna change my mind or change the way I felt about that situation. But there's so many
Yeah, John, and I guess that's what I'm trying to say is like, okay, you know how they got those documentaries of those killers? What was the dude that ate people, Jeffrey Dahmer or whatever like that? Okay, so why would you do a documentary on him and detail how he killed the people? Ain't it bad enough that he killed the people and we watched it and da-da-da-da-da, so we need to know the details? You know what I mean? It's almost like drama porn for me. Okay, I didn't need to see this to hate Diddy even more. That's what I'm trying to say. I was like, okay, the trial and everything was enough for me. You know what I mean? Oh, there was an educational piece that I did understand. Okay, that the baby oil just wasn't so he could screw dudes in the butt. The baby oil was because he had a drug problem and it was laced with whatever, so he would use more and more so he can get high. I did learn that.
No, it was supposed to be a spot where they talked about the judge telling Diddy to stop giving the jury those eyes he was giving them. And they said one of the jurors said he never really gives eyes. I think he did the head nod that he does in the concert, but he said that's just what he normally does. But yeah, I think the jurors.
That juror was a fan.
That's why I think I like this. She was a fan.
She loved it.
Because she was like, because she goes
everything about him.
She was
like the head nod he always be doing.
She was.
Right.
She was like,
details.
And she was like, every time he would react, I would have that same reaction. I was like,
yeah.
So then you stood on the fence on that.
Diddy bought her. She was bought.
Yeah,
I believe she got paid off because.
So let me end it with this. I feel like there's a chance Diddy can make a comeback. Like when he gets out. What do y'all feel like? Is he poised for a comeback?
Nope. I say no. No. It better be a behind the scenes type of comeback because it's too much now. Because the documentary, to y'all point, was too good. It was great marketing, came at the right time and whatever, and it's coming on top of the fact of the Bill Cosby stuff, the R. Kelly stuff. So now it ain't just the man acting this, that, and other. Oh no, Diddy is a monster. So yeah, you can't let this man get whatever, you know.
I don't know, but
I think
watching
Diddy
the
can come
documentary and seeing how many people support him, I think he could come back because everybody, like, it was so many people loved him, like, which is so crazy, like how so many people was going to bat for him. Free Diddy, like even during the trial, Free Diddy shirts on. I'm like, man, this is wild. Like how, and it's almost like kind of like you were saying, Gary. Like, how do y'all put somebody up on a pedestal this high to where you out here like just going to bat for them, like
right.
over some stuff that they, like I said, like it's cool to like somebody and be cool with it, but for me to like, personal preference, but for me to go outside and stand in front of somebody's trial screaming Free Diddy, it just seems crazy to me.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Well, I think it was his marketing team. Like, that's why he had people, bloggers, TikTokers, come into court to spin a narrative. And that's why, like, I think he can come back, is because there are people out here who just think he was overcharged because he got acquitted on a whole bunch of stuff. And a lot of people just think it was over some freaky stuff, which everybody has sex. So, like, yeah, he can come back, not as an artist, because now we know he can't rap, but like he can definitely come back as a
but no, for
producer.
Real, did you think he could rap before? Did you think would he be in your top 20 rappers? That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, those are two different questions. Like to have the ability to rap on beat cohesively is one thing. And I thought he could do that because he did that on a record, but he couldn't do that in 8 bars in 6 weeks. So like, no, I didn't know he couldn't rap, but like he could spit a verse. Like,
I thought Suge Knight said it best.
Songs.
If you don't want your producer in the videos, Yeah, I thought he was trying to tell us still, like, look.
Yeah. Now I do think it would be hard to find artists for him that he could
That'll work with him.
Yeah, that'll work with him just because he's got the rep to not pay him. I think people would try because of his name, but at the same time it'll hurt him because it's been heard time after time that like you won't get paid when you mess with Diddy. So I think that would be the hardest.
But I feel
part.
like Kalina, the other girl that was in Dirty Money, like she's evidence that there would still be people who will work with him. Like she loves him. Like after above all that, she'll still work with him.
I know. Even though he didn't give her money when she needed it.
I know.
Like,
I'm
$10.
like,
That's all she needed. $5,000, and he was like, "Nah, I ain't got it."
I got stuff to do. I got other stuff going on. Like, nigga, you a billionaire,
Right? And okay, just for clarification, for me, was it proved? Was it just said in this documentary, or was it proven that the whole thing with Biggie's funeral was that proven, or is that like an allegation? Yeah, because that's fucked up if he did. I mean, seriously, it is.
So from what I've been told,
didn't they have a video of him saying it?
No, I thought the guy came out. I think the co-founder came out and said, who was running all the books, and said they made Biggie pay for it. Biggie's estate later came out and said that's not true. So,
okay. And if I give a real take on what I learned from it, though, that part I did not know is, some of the dissension in the ranks, but I did watch with my own eyes in real time how Puffy's rise came after Biggie, and it was all off of Biggie. Like I'm saying, this giving this big homage to my friend, but to find out how he a shrewd businessman like that, and even with Biggie, you know what I mean? I was like, oof, yeah, that's fucked up.
And even to find out how West Coast and East Coast started over him killing Suge Knight's friend. And it wasn't necessarily over Biggie and Pac. Like, because they said Biggie didn't want to do anything. Like, Biggie never wanted to rebuttal. Even when he made the song, Hit 'Em Up. Like, Biggie, like, he didn't want to rebuttal.
They said that in that movie, too, though.
Yeah, I knew that. I knew that for some reason. I think I heard that before, that Biggie never wanted to beef with Tupac.
Yeah, but like how his friend, like how he killed his friend, like, and he said he just like tapped him on the shoulder and did like that, pop, pop, pop. Like,
did like that, yeah.
Yeah, but like that shit was crazy.
Yeah. I guess we'll end it this way. Can't stop, won't stop. We out of here, y'all.
But should stop. Should stop.
Yeah, can't stop, but he should stop.
Right, there you go. Like Diddy,
can't stop,
should stop.
Peace. We out. Peace.
Peace. Okay, so when Kalina was saying like she reached out to Diddy for like $5,000 to because she was going through a custody battle, and like obviously we think like Diddy's a billionaire, like $5,000 he should obviously just be able to give that to her, right? So like unrelated, we are not Diddy, but question. How much money can you have that is now acceptable for other people to automatically assume that they can get money from you? Does that make sense?
Yeah, so like, what
like
should our bank account be at before people can ask?
Yeah, like
money?
how much money should? Yeah, like right before it's like ridiculous that I don't loan you $5,000. Like how much money do I have to have in order for it to be crazy that I don't give you $5,000?
It would depend on who. It depends on who's asking me for it to be ridiculous. Because if it's one of y'all, then probably it'd be a lower amount. But if it's somebody who I don't really F with for real, then it'd be like a whole lot higher amount.
Okay, but so let's say it's family. Let's say it's family, but I want the tone to be it is expected that like, bro, I'm asking you for $5,000, and if you don't give it to me, like that's kind of fucked up, and like we gonna have tension, cause I know you got it.
Yeah.
It's not just I got $5,000 and I can loan you $5,000. I'm talking about if you don't give me that money, like it's fucked up. You didn't give it to me, and we gonna be tight.
Nah, we gonna be tight anyway, cause I don't have to give you shit. That's how I feel. I don't feel like it should be an assumed yes, but if I got it, you know what I mean. And I'm like with Josh, like. It depends on my relation with you or whatever, but I do believe that the person has a right to say.
To answer your question in your tone, Greg, I would say probably $1 million would be where I'm at, to where like I guess it's acceptable for you to look at me crazy, like if I'm a millionaire. But still, like Josh and Gary said, taking out the tone of like, you better get it to me. I don't think, like, it doesn't have to be that high for that situation. So like, if I got like say I had $200,000 in the bank, and like Josh needed to get $5,000 for a child support case or custody case or whatever, like I would give it to him. I don't know if that.
I think for me, I don't know how much people have in their bank accounts. So for me, it's like, what assets are you showing? So if you driving around in a Benzo or a Lexus or you live in the life. Yeah. So if you out here flaunting and I ask you for $5 and you say no, then I'm gonna look at I'm gonna.
I agree with that because.
But what if I'm all liquid? I'm just spending my money. I'm not saving it. I ain't got nothing to give. I'm spending it.
Right.
All right.
Susan come in and go out.
They go right back out, bro.
You shouldn't have asked me while we was at the strip club. These ones was dedicated already. You get what I'm saying? Like, nah. You get what I'm saying?
My bad. My bad. I didn't know you were. Okay. You all assets. Okay.
For me, I think it's $10 million. I feel like if I knew that my family member won like $10 million in the lottery, like I feel like I should be able to ask them for money, and it shouldn't be a question.
I would.
That's a whole other question.
Y'all,
I know. That's exactly where I'm going, Josh. That's exactly where I'm going.
For a long time. Y'all wouldn't know for a long time.
Because the caveat to that is like, am I like constantly working, or is money still flowing in, or is that $10 million I'm just eating off of that, and like I'm not doing nothing else to kind of. So that's exactly.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Josh. Boy, if I ever win a lottery, y'all ain't gonna know until like 10 years.
Hey, guess what? 10 years ago, man, I won the lottery. I don't know about 10 years.
10 years ago, I won.
10 years ago, I won a lottery. So that means you lived the same basic life for 10 years with $10 million in your account. Still live the same life, like ain't shit going on.
Hey, what Lil Weezy say? What Lil Weezy say?
Ain't no way, Chris. Ain't no way. You
G's
live
moving
10 years.
Real G's moving
10 years with $10 million. You ain't gonna change no house.
Mega Millions.
Which one is it?
What's the Mega Millions, Chris?
Is that what like they be winning like 100 mil?
It'd be like more than that. Sometimes it'd be like 500 million and all that.
Yeah, half a bill. Like you made enough money to bless everyone you know.
Yeah.
Well, Are you still keeping it a secret?
That's gonna be hard.
Because 10 million is kind of low to like to be telling people, because that ain't really that much money.
Yeah. Nah, the mega, nah. Yeah, I'm gonna bless everyone.
10 million is enough for me to stop working, though. I think that's enough for me to stop.
It's enough to stop working, but it's not enough to like tell everybody, because now they want your money. So now you gotta. I'm not working, but I'm not giving y'all money.
I would tell you.
Working.
But I would tell you I want it, but I'm not gonna. But I'm not gonna assume that you're gonna ask me for money, though.
And telling people, it's not a situation where like you put it on Facebook and you telling the world. It's just like you telling like close family, like your siblings and your mama. So like your family knows that you holding. Like they know you got it. So can your family just approach you like, bro?
If like you said, that's when they gonna approach you. Like, I need 5,000 for such and such.
If I ever won
my
a
water
lottery,
heater just went out.
If I ever won a lottery, though, I'll probably just go ahead and just like count out who I'm giving the money to, and then that's who I'll tell. So if I ain't planning on giving you no money, then I'm not going to tell you I won a lottery. That's just what it is. If you ain't make the list to get the money, you won't know I ever won a lottery. Now make sure, like whoever I'm giving the money to, you sign NDAs. You don't tell nobody.
Damn,
I won this lottery. I'm gonna give you the money. You give my money back. You make sure nobody knows.
Clawback. It's gonna be clawback if they talk.
Yep. To talk, I need my money back.
Not clawback.
Give my money back if you talk.
I gave a scenario one time about the lottery too. Is like, let's say if I won the lottery, and it's basically what Josh said. I would predetermine who I was giving it to, and if I'm at some astronomical amount, like I said, 300 million or something like that or whatever, my lifestyle changed. But the people I want to hang out with, you know what I mean, can't hang out with me because they got to go to work and this that and other. I kind of want to make them, be able to hang out. You know what I mean? So I said it this with close family first. It was like, okay, if I won a lottery, call all my close family over. It's my sisters, my that household I grew up with. So, hey, here's a clipboard. Put all y'all bills down. We taking care of all the bills, right? Okay, cool. Then if it's, let's say it's 100 million or whatever, something like that, I would give them each 1 million or 2 million, basically. So I've erased all debt and I've given you positive 2 million. And you ain't never had that much money at one time in your life. You should be able to keep up with it. So now we're going through financial literacy courses or whatever we need to do. So y'all ain't got to ask me for nothing. I already gave y'all's. If you run through it, hey.
That is true. Like once I give you money, I
can give you a loan. You know what I'm saying? Just like the bank and everything like that. But I put you positive 2 or 3 mil. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Once I give you money, I'm not.
I ain't taking no money. This is what's wrong with you niggas. You niggas win the lottery and think y'all. Nah, you niggas win the lottery and think y'all about to teach everybody about financial literacy. Nigga, you won the lottery. You ain't save up shit. You won the fucking lottery. You ain't telling me, oh, I ain't giving you no more money until you take this financial literacy course. Nigga, you better be sitting right next to me in this financial literacy course.
I
you
am.
No shit. Right, y'all won something.
That's why I said we taking financial literacy courses, so you don't have to ask me. Look, it ain't my fault God decided to bless me.
Talk about this is all the money I'm giving you. Don't come to me no more. I done paid off your debt. You ain't never seen that much money in your life. You don't know how much money I seen. And if I need more, I'm gonna come to you because I know you got it, nigga.
No. And I'm gonna say
that
no.
Is true.
Say
like once I give you yes that money, don't come back. Like I gave you your money. Like don't come back asking for no more money. I gave you
more money, more problems, bro.
Come back too. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be
right.
I know, right? I'm gonna be gone. Like you ain't gonna know where I am. Here's my money. I'll let you know. Y'all let you know when you can find me when it's time to find
me. That was the whole point of you blessing everybody with the money. So now you have free time and they can hang out with you and this, that, and the third. But here's the thing I thought about this, because that used to be my goal too. Like, oh, if I ever get super rich, I'm gonna give all my money to my friends, and so like none of us have to work and we can just chill. The problem is that you can't control other people, and as soon as you give them their money and they decide they're gonna actually go live their actual life, I'm gonna be mad because I'm gonna be paying off all your bills, giving you all my money, and you go hang out with whoever you want. I can't make you hang out with me. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all still gonna go out, hang out with your family and your kids and your wife and your families. Like, I paid for your lifestyle. Bring your family over here. Y'all belong to me now. Come over here and keep me company. Like, do I get that kind of pull?
You gotta buy the cul-de-sac.
Greg, do you look at money as power, Greg?
I mean, money is absolutely power. And like, the more money you have, the more power you got. So like, hey, if I have enough money to make y'all all live in one cul-de-sac, that's power. To make y'all all decide to pack your shit up and move to a place where I tell you to move, that's power.
Not if I just sell it though right after you die.
Oh, no, it would never be in your name. It's in my name because I can't trust none of y'all because y'all didn't go through financial literacy classes.
Thank you so much for listening to the Brothers and Friends podcast. Do you want to chime in on this week's topic? Well, leave us a comment for us to discuss on a future episode. But in the meantime, please follow us on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts. Peace.